Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Today I'm going to be covering the Tier 5 Italian Battleship, the Giulio Cesare. You guys have requested this 2 times, I think, in a row now, so that's what I'm going to be covering today. So this is, of course, the removed series. So this is ships that have been removed from sale, and this is one of them. For the ship build I'll be running for this video, this is what we're using. So you can pause the video and just take a look at the skills. But of course, I'll be covering it a bit more in detail after the game is done. Now back into the game here. The Giulio Cesare. Now, what makes this ship so special? I actually don't really know what makes this ship so special. Because there is another Giulio Cesare at tier 5, I think. Or at least it's the same class of ship. You do get pretty decent gun accuracy, I guess, is the only thing I can think of. And of course, as you can tell, we don't have SAP. We have HE, which is a good and or a bad thing, I guess. But with the accuracy of the ship, I mean, the AP does pretty well, and it punishes cruisers really well at tier 5. I guess that's maybe probably why people really want this ship, I guess. For those of you who don't have this ship, I'm sure a lot of you do have the ship, but we also have HE here, which is actually pretty useful against fighting destroyers. Some might say, well, it's actually way more useful than Battleship SAP, realistically, because, well, you don't get full pens with Battleship SAP, right? Whilst with HE, you're gonna get those full pens, you're gonna get more damage on those destroyers. As you can see, we got 6k on this Yudachi right there, so that's pretty nice. So against destroyer fights, actually, you're probably more useful in the Giulio Cesare than you are. I don't even know what the tier 5 is called for the Tech 3 Italians. I know the tier 6 is Andrea Doria, but the tier 5, I forgot. But that's okay. We killed the Yudachi, which is huge. That's our first kill of the game, which is very nice. Anyway, we got the deli right here. Unfortunately, I just assume my team's gonna kill him, maybe. I'm gonna keep staring at him, maybe. Let's see. No! He's full broadside. We should be able to kill him, right? Should be a free kill, one might think. But unfortunately, I aim a bit too far back and we get 3 overpens and we do 0 damage. Understandable. Understandable. Have a great day. Now, I could have slowed down here and sat here and shot him, which I chose not to do because, well, I was like, well, my team's gonna kill him. But, well, they didn't really kill him for a while, I think. But it's okay. Maybe they finish him off when he rounds the corner. You never know. So the other Giulio Cesare I was thinking of was the Conte di Cavour. I don't know how you pronounce that one. Probably like that. Who knows? And of course, there's the tier 6 Giulio Cesare, which is the Novorossiysk. So that's actually literally Giulio Cesare, by the way. And Andrea Doria is actually a different class of ship, actually. They look similar, but they're actually different. But anyway, I know the comments were asking me to run heavy AP on my Giulio Cesare, but I chose not to do that. Also, Broadside Trento, hold on. Take a look at this. Let's see. He's turning more broadside, which is pretty nice. And boom. Nice. 30,000 damage. Triple Citadel. If we had our last gun reloaded, we probably would have killed him. So, but yeah. The nice thing with the Giulio is when you line up your shots, you're probably gonna hit them. Which is, well, more than most tier 5 battleships. Because, I don't know, playing tier 5 battleship, it just feels like you miss half your shots. Okay, maybe not actually, but it does feel like that sometimes. But anyway, you aim well, you seem to land most of your shells. You have 10 shells on this ship, so that's pretty nice. We're aiming for his gun here because I'm trying to incap it. You do have quite an easy citadel to hit in the Giulio Cesare. So you do have to protect it by angling. Some things will overmatch you, but that's okay. You try your best to angle, minimize the shell impact, you know. And maybe they won't citadel even, that's the hope. Anyway, so he does eat a Torb, this Piotr Veliki. I'm trying to get his broadside. He is re-aiming his guns on me, unfortunately, so I kind of panic and shoot him a bit early, I think. Let's see. With the front guns, I shoot him a bit early so I don't get any sits. And this ship is pretty easy to citadel. I re-angled my ship to dodge his salvo, sure. But now I don't have the rear guns to punish him. But we are turning the ship back. It does seem relatively maneuverable. You do go 28 knots, I think. Without brisk, with brisk, you're going to go 31 knots when you're dark. Or 30 knots. So the ship's actually pretty fast for tier 5 as well. Not as fast as maybe something like Congo, but it's actually pretty fast. Now there's a Colonel Bolognese here, and we're waiting for him to go full broadside so I can punish him. And again, Giulio Cesare will do well against pretty much any tier 7 cruiser, as long as it's full broadside. You can punish cruisers really well with this ship, and that's kind of the most, you know, goal. We got a div strike right there, 2 citadels. We're up to 7 citadels this game, 104k damage with the Giulio Cesare, which is already pretty good. But yeah, you can punish broadsides really well. And the HE is actually not too bad. Now the fire chance is only 35%, whatever. That's actually not too bad. You can set a lot of fires against tier 5 battleships, so if they're angled to you, you can do pretty well, regardless of not having sap. The gun caliber is a bit low though, at how much is it? 320, but it's tier 5, so it doesn't really matter. And what that ends up meaning is you're gonna overpen cruisers a bit less when they're full broadside. That's kind of it. Of course, you're not gonna get overmatched over battleship snows and stuff. I think tier 5 battleships, maybe you might. It depends. I forgot the armor. We'll have to take a look at the armor after this game's done. But you won't overmatch tier 6 or 7 battleships, that's for sure. We get another citadel there on the Congo, which is nice. And we're up to 125k damage, which is already pretty solid for a tier 5 battleship. Now we're gonna try to fight this Texas long range. We did shoot him once with HE there, actually, which is okay. But he is going full broadside again, so we can try shoot him again. Our goal, we got high caliber. Our goal this game, sorry, is to get the Scharnhorst 43, Celebes maybe, and Rodney. We need to try farm them. We need to try get as much damage as physically possible. Now you're looking at the points, guys, and you're like, holy shit, you're losing with double cap. Well, the points unfortunately are inverted in WoW's replays, and we're actually at 577, was there only at 208. So we're actually winning quite decently. We also have the 2 caps. So this game is almost a, I wouldn't say a guaranteed win because they still have a lot of ships left, but pretty decent pretty easy win it should be. Unfortunately, we didn't kill that Texas, but it's okay. We have 4 kills for ourselves. You could say, well, it's pretty close, but realistically, we have that Mahan and Shiratsuyu who are pre-kited from the 2 battleships pushing down there. So if the battleships want to push through our spot, they're going to have to deal with 2 destroyers. So that's not too easily. That's not too easy for them. But anyway, we push down towards somewhere closer to the B cap. And we're trying to get some shots on the Celebes. Remember, that's kind of what you want to be doing with the Giulio, is punish cruisers. You can, of course, try to catch battleship broadsides, but realistically, the best damage source is going to be these broadside cruisers. And as you saw there, the Rodney pushed around the corner and got dev struck, as we said. It's hard to push into the destroyers like that. It's almost impossible, actually, where they're just sitting there. So happens, I guess. But anyway, we're just sailing southward, hoping we can find something. I hope you guys have been enjoying. Oh, I guess this is a perfect moment to ask you guys if you haven't subscribed to the channel, guys. Make sure to subscribe. Over 50% of you are still unsubscribed, but we did get 530 subs last month, so I greatly appreciate the support you gave me last month. I greatly appreciate it a lot. So thank you. That's kind of it, I guess. I don't know. Thank you. So if you haven't subscribed, guys, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, because it does help me out a lot, and I would greatly appreciate it. But there's the Celebes. He's back. Maybe we can scratch a Kraken here. Maybe potentially we could get a Kraken. Let's see. He's coming out full broadside. He doesn't know I'm here. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he knows I'm here and he doesn't care. And he comes around the corner at 4.6k HP and he dies. We get our Kraken unleashed, which is pretty nice. Already a pretty solid game for a tier 5 battleship in bottom tier matchmaking. Keep in mind, now we did have quite a fair amount of tier 5s, but we also had a fair amount of tier 7s this game. So in bottom tier matchmaking, we did pretty well. You could say there's a lot of paid actors this game. There was a lot of broadside cruisers, but you know, that's gonna happen sometimes, especially when you're a tier 5 battleship. People tend to focus you a bit less. Now, the Akatsuki did get spotted. I did load HE there for a second, but I decided to switch back to AP because I want the Scharnhorst broadside first. And I want to finish the Scharnhorst. He's the riskiest target in the match, I guess. Well, not really. It's just the easiest ship to punish for me in this situation. Now, we switch back to HE because we want to finish off the Akatsuki. And we get our 6th kill of the game on the Scharnhorst 43 right there, which is very nice. But I do have HE loaded now for this Akatsuki. And hopefully we can end up getting our 7th kill of the game, which would be really nice. Now, we do take a little blind shot there. I didn't wait. I wasn't patient at all. Sometimes you want to be patient, but in that case, I just wanted to kill him. A bit of blind fire. It's okay. He's right there. We get our 7th kill. So that's pretty much the game, though. We do try to blind fire the submarine, which I do hit him at the end. And you'll see that in the the personal score, but I mean, that's pretty much it for this match. So we ended up doing 155,686 damage, 70 shell hits, 7 kills, 3 fires, 8 citadels. We got Devastating Strike, Confederate, Kraken Unleash, and High Caliber. For team score, we got 2.5k base XP, another solid game at these low tiers. Even yesterday's Molotov video, or well, it depends when I uploaded the Molotov video, but we did pretty well as well. So we're doing pretty well at these low tiers, I guess. But anyway, 28k on the Congo, 22k on the Bolognese, 17k on the Piotr, 9.7 on the Udachi, 9k on the Scharnhorst, 7k on the Celebes, 2k on the Akatsuki. So we stole some kills, yes, guys. But we also did 30k to the Trento, 17k to the Delhi, 8k to the Texas, and 2.2k on the submarine. As you can see, most of our damage came from armor piercing. We punished a lot of broadsides right there. We got those 8 citadels and 50,000 damage taken from us. Well, to us. This is our credits and XP, by the way, if you're interested. For my commander build for the Giulio Cesare, we've got Luigi Sansonetti, preventative maintenance, improved gun feeder, grease the gears, risk, adrenaline rush, concealment expert, fire prevention expert, and emergency repair expert. For equipment, we've got aiming system mod 1, damage control system mod 1, and main armaments mod 1. For the exterior camouflage for the Giulio Cesare, this is what you get. Unfortunately, we don't have any alternate camouflages for the Italian ships, but as you can see, this camo looks pretty cool. I believe it is the historical camo for the Giulio Cesare. So pretty nice looking ship for sure. For my statistics in the Giulio Cesare, we've got 112 games played, 74% win rate, 71k average, so pretty low average damage there, but it's okay. I've had the ship for a very long time, so it's to be expected, and I don't really play it much nowadays. I used to play it a lot, I guess, back then, clearly. But anyway, our record is actually 190k, so not this game, unfortunately, but we did get 7 kills, so that is our record kill game. Those are statistics in the Giulio. But that's pretty much it for the Giulio Cesare video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. By the way, for the other Giulio Cesare ships in the game, we've got Cavour, which is the lead ship of the class. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the modernized or the updated superstructure that Giulio Cesare gets. Because this is like an older version, I guess. But damn, I guess it looked hideous when it came out. It had an extra turret. Holy, it has an extra turret. Wow. Probably not as accurate, though. That's crazy. It has 13 guns. That's wild. But also, you also have one tier 6 battleship, which is actually Giulio Cesare, sold to the Soviet Union, I believe, which is the Novorossiysk. So that's in the game as well. I'm sure some of you also have the Novorossiysk. I don't know if it's actually available. It might actually be. think Novorossiysk is available, but Giulio is not. And in that case, if you want to see a video on the Novorossiysk in the future, which will probably be relatively similar to... Yeah, it is available. Which would probably be relatively similar to this Italian Battleship. Let me know. But that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think of the Giulio Cesare, if you have it, or if you want it, or if you don't want it, you don't care. Do let me know. If you enjoyed the video, though, please leave a sub and a like, and maybe even a comment, guys. I would greatly appreciate it. But that's pretty much it. I'll see you in the next video. Big fan.